So I thought it'd be interesting to do a video comparing the 70-year-old World War II Carlisle bandage to the modern Olaus modular bandage. Now, this here is the Carlisle bandage, and these were first invented in the First World War, and it was encased in this metal case just in order to make sure it remains sterile in combat conditions. And actually, the ones during the First World War, instead of being a clamshell where you have two pieces secured by this tape, it was all one solid brass case. And you actually had a ring and some tape that ran around the outside, and you pulled that and it tore through the brass to open it up. Now these, during the early days of World War II, they actually added something called crystalline sulfanilamide, which you can see stamped in the back of it there. And that was just a agent to help protect against infection. And that was not included in the World War I Carlisle bandages, but they added that. And the early ones that did not include this, that were produced in the early 40s, those were all recalled, and they painted them red and added the sulfanilamide in them before they had this stamping on the back. So that's how you know if you have a really early one. I believe they added sulfanilamide in 1942. And something else interesting, here's the pouch they were carried in. You can see, I believe this one was a 1942 production. But so that's what would have been on the soldier's belt that held this. It had its own dedicated little pouch. Now this is a modern bandage. There's all sorts of different types. I thought this is one of the most modern examples, so it'd be a good one to kind of do a comparison of. So first we're going to crack open the Carlisle bandage and get a video of what's on the inside of it. So to open it up, you just take this tape, pull it up, and it just pops right off. Little paint flakes coming off everywhere. And then these just opens right up. Oh, there's your sulfanilamide packet right on the top. And the bandage underneath it with all sorts of stuff flaking out. Let's see if we can pop it out here. There you are. You can actually see what looks like a paper maybe gasket that runs around it to help maintain that seal. Now first, I've got a little Ziploc baggie here, and I'll empty out the sulfanilamide into it so you can get an idea of what it looks like. Here's the packet itself. Read the directions on it there. So to open it up, you just pull this red tab. There it is. You can see it's kind of in a little hole so you can shake it onto the wound. This would obviously be applied before you put the bandage on. I'm just going to dump it into this baggie here. And put this away so I don't make a mess all over my table, more so than I already have. And there you go. So it just looks like table salt or sugar, really. Nothing terribly special about it. Let's move the casing out of the way, and we will get the bandage right here opened up. So on the instructions that are stamped on the outside of the tin, it says the red side goes up. So let's see if we can't find that. Looks like I'm going to have to tear this. Unfortunately, it's not wanting to unstick from the back there. There it is. Has a bit of staining from the many years it's been sealed inside that tin. So there you go. Put other side next to wound. So that's a large amount of gauze they've got sealed inside there. There's the text, and it looks like you've just got some strings with little fingers coming off the end of them here to help tie it firmly to whatever body part you were putting this on. So it'd be applied just like that, straight down. We'll set this aside and get this Olaus bandage open up. So you've got a arrow pointing to a little serration on the side. Just gonna pull that open. There it is. You'll notice it's got this little, I believe it's called a pressure cup, and that's just to put directly over the wound. So when you tighten this down, it just provides additional pressure to help stop some of the bleeding. So here's the roll that's used for sealing it. These little, it's got these little Velcro ribs right here, which I believe are to help just get a more secure fit. And also when you have this on a person, it's in case you let go of it or drop an end of it, it won't just completely come undone and fall off. So there's that end of it, and then here's your other end with a much bigger Velcro strip. Then from what I've seen online, there's also, you can also reach in here and pull this gauze out to help pack a wound if you needed to. So that just comes right out of there. And I believe they advertise this as being useful for a chest seal, for whatever else you may need it for. So you've got a little bit of plastic right there to use as a chest seal. So let's get these side to side and get a comparison of them. See what's changed in 70-something years. So there's our Olaus, and here's our Carlisle. So honestly, not a whole lot of difference. I mean, they're pretty much the same thickness. This is obviously made out of better materials. This is just a really thin, almost cheesecloth material. And this obviously has your pressure cup and the removable gauze on the inside for wound packing. So that's it. I just thought it'd be neat to make a comparison video, show what's changed in 70 years. Thanks for watching.